Hey friend, how you doing? Welcome to Soul Vine. This is Jamie. Pisces, definitely feeling it, the energy. I really hope that, look, the way I feel that it's what's happening right now, I think there's a bit of intensity going on. I feel a lot of people, just through conversation and what people are sharing, are confronting, I think, challenges that just kind of need to clear out. But I think there's a lot of shift going on energetically. So I feel it's, a positive force, but it just feels a little uncomfortable, a little bit heavy. So you might feel like you need to rest a little extra than normal. But let's take a look at what's going on in the energy right now. I'll pull some cards and we'll dive in. And we'll go from there. I'm not sure if I told you guys, about a month ago, I bought an infrared sauna blanket. And it's been really, really nice. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but it really helps just to, in many ways, right? It supports or reduces cortisol. It helps with your muscles and your metabolism, all these things. And so I've been using it a fair bit. It's still summer where I am and quite warm, but it's actually really nice after a massive day just to get in it. And it's kind of like I meditate in it and for about 30 minutes, which includes part power nap. It's fabulous. So I do, I just find it something nice that I chose to do, I guess, for myself. Happy New Year present. All right, Pisces, I'm going to start here and then I'll pull out more cards shortly. So we've got, looking right now at the current energy, we've got the Six of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Six of Wands that's showing up here. Yeah, this is something you're moving away from, I think where there has been any challenge in, I feel if you've been worrying about someone not doing the right thing, if you've been hyper alert because of past experience, I feel like this is giving you, for some of you, because there's another narrative coming through, but let me give you this first, is that you're coming to a place of finally, I feel like there's some safety and freedom in who you are and how you're showing up in the world. And maybe before you didn't feel like that. Maybe you kind of felt a bit more out of place with being that way or showing up that way with your own vulnerability. Because I feel like there's some safety right now. Yeah, it's interesting because it's like I want to say something, which I feel is someone here is trying to say something, trying to express themselves, but sometimes they just don't feel safe enough to do that because of judgment or because if you question, someone's intentions or what's happening, it just doesn't feel safe in terms of the response that you get. But with this one, I feel, that you're moving away from past experience around either some betrayal or someone not doing the right thing and supporting you. And I feel like you're finally feeling free from that or getting to a strong place around that and comfort around, that the past, okay, it has happened, but the comfort of who you are and where you're going now. I was going to say for some of you too, it's like you're making a clear decision as well. This could be, for different areas of your life, but you could also be making a clear decision right now, getting pretty articulate and strategic on where you're going around something. I feel like you're setting off on a new journey, and I think you're going to be pretty proud of what that is and where you're going here, Pisces. So that's just a little note there for you in terms of the current energy. As we dive in a little bit deeper here, you do have the World energy, the Queen of Wands, and the Page of Swords. There's still some question mark here around relationship dynamic or a person. And the reason I say that, it's like you're watching something or watching someone or watching someone's behavior here. But there's also, I feel, again, there must be two very significant storylines here that I feel there's two different groups of people that are dominating in this energy right now around this reading, who are here and subscribers. So if you feel connected to this or want to get more connected, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, appreciate all our regular friends here. But what I'm also getting here too, someone, I do feel someone is watching something, watching someone's next move, next action, potentially here. There could be someone here, who is a form of potential inspiration as well. But then there's also some of you that I feel may want to get online, may want to share some, may want to write, may want to promote themselves online. Maybe again writing, which makes sense, could make sense with the current energies, because we've got Mercury happening right now in Pisces. So there could be a lot of things that you want to express, but I feel like online is very much the energy here in terms of sharing something. Whatever it is that you want to share and create right now, I feel like this is, the confirmation that it will be successful. But I can see here it's more in doubling phase, but I feel like with enough confidence and enough, putting yourself out there, I feel like this can be something successful for you. Interesting, we've got Three of Pentacles, King of Wands with the Death here, energy. Now this is interesting because this is all current energy, and I'm going to dive into, what the challenges are, the lessons and considerations, and then the outcome. But again here, I feel, I don't know if there's something that you have been working on. I feel you're going to put that here, Pisces, or you're thinking about how to put that to bed, to sleep, to rest, or change the way that you're doing things right now. Because the three of Pentacles is about something you're building upon. It's usually a form of collaboration. But it could be like you kind of have got what you need from this energy. So you're just going through some major transformation right now. I think you're still trying to figure out the steps and the direction in regard to, acknowledging it. There's a process, right? It's not an overnight thing, but I feel like there's a plan here, and whatever this plan here is, there is some aspect of looking a bit deeper into it. There is some aspect of looking at what maybe someone else is doing, and maybe you're doing that for inspiration, but it could also be looking at what someone else's move is. Maybe you're seeing if there is some opportunity around your work or around your career or around some project that you want to do, but it's like you need to see what else is going on. But amongst that, I feel like what has been working together or coming together, that's changing up a little bit, okay? And whatever's changing up, whether it's something you're doing or whether there's something that is being, I'll say, dumped upon, that's changing around the work or around how you're working together or how you're working on something, I feel like there's actually a new drive, a new ambition that's settling in or pushing in or giving you confirmation to push even harder in terms of where you're actually been really thinking about going or what you've actually been doubling into. I feel like something could shift up here that's just really going to open that door a lot bigger for you, is what it feels like. Now let's have a look at what's challenging or kind of sitting in here, influencing all this right now. Let's take a peek. What does our Pisces need to know? So we've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Three of Wands. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So when we connect into this, you know, the Ten of Pentacles has been coming up a fair bit for you, Pisces. And whatever's influencing or challenging for you right now is coming across as what's the most supported, what's the safest, what's the most structured and stable direction you can go that's going to bring reward and benefit, but the positive outcome in addition for the greater idea, the greater good, the successful endeavor. So this is where things are changing up, because you're really looking and identifying what do you do that makes you feel confident. I think it's an important thing to ask with this Queen of Wands. Also, I still feel that for some of you, you're watching something, someone's behavior, someone's action, someone's next move, because I think some of you can benefit from this, but it's also, the benefit could be promotion, growing or expanding in a certain area that you're already in, or gathering more information to expand in the direction that you want to go. It's like something here is going to help you make a call, or something here is going to open up and shift up to open the door of where you need to be next. And I think you're looking at it. It's like you're looking at it, you can feel it, you're waiting for that call, you're waiting for the universe's knock or confirmation. So I can see that. And it's a lot about, you know, what does this next chapter, what does this next season look like? It's been a work in progress. But there's like a tipping point that I feel that you're on, and you're in between that 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy, which can feel heavy, you know. But it's a lot to do with the exciting part of what's next, but it's just not moving as fast as you want. But you've got to also look at, and I can see that you're doing it, the future. Some of you could be considering a move, okay, a relocation. Maybe again, some of you could be getting a promotion or choosing to take another type of work or form of something here that directs you to a new place. So I can see you kind of looking at that. But a big part is about your stability and strength in something, but a lot around your financial gains and opportunity. Now let's have a look at the lesson here, or something that you need to learn from this. Right, really spitting out here. We've got the Devil. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this is very strong, dominant energy in terms of the lesson. But what I like is you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So it's letting us know that in these lessons, in these changes, in these, you know, divine interventions, that you're very supported here. I think there's been something that you've been stuck on, Pisces, or felt stuck to, or bound to in some way, whether it's been energetic, whether it's been something financial, you know, sometimes even a paycheck, right, keeps us stuck, because that paycheck, while it can be grateful and it's supportive, it means that you're tied to the work to do to keep sustaining the life and the lifestyle that you want, right? That's just the reality of it. And sometimes we don't realize that that's what keeps us feeling safe, but feeling stuck. So for some of you, that's what could be a significant part, because it's about the freedom. You know, the Nine of Pentacles is about freedom. It's about taking care of yourself. It's about your own successes, your own endeavors. So I feel like there's something here that you'll be breaking free from, or expanding what the comforts are that you actually want to be a part of your life. I think, you know, sometimes we stay in situations that aren't supportive, that are toxic, like I said, that we feel bound to, because it's better the devil you know what you're getting, you know what you deal with. But then there's also this part of sometimes not feeling the strength to make the change, because we also don't know what's on the other side of that. So there's something here that I feel like there's a big part here of recognizing your independence and what you can do for yourself and on your own. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be alone, but you also know what you're capable of. And I think this is part of the realization here, what you're capable of. But it is about getting a little bit outside your comfort zone. Maybe you do need to, get a bit more honest, I will say, with your finances. Maybe some of you, this has been about a financial matter as well, which could be the case. But I feel whatever this lesson is, or whatever is coming forth, it's, again, setting you up for success. There's something important here as part of the chapter. So always remember that, Let's have a look at the potential outcome of where this is all going. So you got the Seven of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Okay. Let's get a couple more. Thank you, Spirit. One more. Thank you, Spirit. And the Temperance energy. So this seems to be something that's quite strongly on your mind. Again, there's a little bit of stuck energy going on here, Pisces, but I see that you're breaking free from this. I feel that whatever decision that you need to make, that sometimes the pause is necessary, or sometimes the shake-up is necessary. We see that, we know that, we acknowledge that. But what was interesting, when the cards dropped, it pushed the King of Wands over here. It's like it wanted me to look at it again. So there's something important here. Maybe, the King of Wands is fire energy, okay? So Leo, Sag, Aries energy. This could be related to, something that's coming up quite strongly for you in Aries season, which happens in the after Pisces, end of March. It also could be what's happening and shifting in the season right now with, the planetary movements, the energetic movements, where we've got Saturn and moving into Aries. We do have an eclipse coming up. Like, there's a lot of things happening here that I feel the pause may be necessary, but the overthinking right now, if you're in that energy, if you're feeling a bit stuck in that energy, or if you're feeling undecided, there's things that are working for you, which I can see here, okay? Doors will open and unfold. But I think the biggest part here is unwinding yourself from overthinking. And remember the freedom and choice that you have, because maybe you feel like you don't have a choice, but you do. But also recognizing that the guidance that you need, the direction, the Spirit's going to deliver that for you. So you're not going to be alone on this journey. I think there's just something here that is going to shift up, whether you want it or not. But at the same time, it's about freeing yourself from decision. And the only way to do that is by making one, okay? But again, this is going to be supportive. And even if you make a decision, you can make another one later. And just a reminder, under the deck, that you're powerful, you're strong, you've got the courage that you need, you've got the control aspects that you need, as in to take care of you, to make the decisions that you need, to, stand strong and have faith. And you've got a heart of solid gold here, Pisces. So always remember that's on your side, okay? I'm going to leave it there, dear friend. Have a fab start as we're wrapping up the week and getting to the weekend, and I will connect with you soon. Bye now.